Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to be joined with 1-0 Sam King, and it's a pleasure getting him back on the channel. And his next fight is it's against Bartosz Glowacki over 4 rounds at the copperbox on Feb 10th on the Liam Williams v Hamza Shiraz undercard.
Yes, mate, it is. I'm looking forward to it.
Before we get on to that, you made your debut against Dwayne Grant on um October the 6th. And yeah, you talk about the fight. I mean, you made your debut at Your Call, talk about it being at Your Call.
Yeah, it was exciting. I mean, York Hall's, it's a famous arena for boxing. So it was a privilege to box there. And it was exciting. It was a debut, and I just enjoyed every minute of it. You know what I mean?
hmm Um, of course, you came out straight from the get-go and you just stuck it on him, didn't you? First round, and you put him down not once but twice.
Yeah, I put him down twice in the first round. Yeah, like I wanted the stoppage, so I was going for that. But I think once I put him down and he felt the power, it was more of a, he wasn't really throwing after that. He was sort of just trying to survive, and he did that. So fair play.
Mm. I thought when you knocked him down, you think that it was going to be an early night or?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be an early night. I mean, I put him down properly. But the second time, sort of knocked him over again, and I just thought, okay, I'm going to get him out of here now. But I sort of maybe rushed my work a little bit, forced it a little bit too much, and I learned a lot. So that's all that matters.
Mm. And talk about after that. Was it like? Of course, he was more on the move. Was it hard to get to him after the knockdowns?
Yeah, I think I got to him. I mean, I definitely caught him with some good shots after, but I think it was just more the sense of he had a tight guard. He's a very experienced professional, and he knows his way around the ring. So he did well to survive. He was doing a lot of grabbing, holding, and doing that sort of stuff. So it sort of spoiled my work a little bit, but that's all right. I learned, and I got good work off, so it was good.
And rate your performance out of 10 on that night.
Um, I don't know. I can't give it a rate. I'd have to let everyone else decide that.
Mhm. But overall, were you happy? Is the main thing.
Yeah, I was happy. I was happy. I enjoyed it. Like I say, I learned a lot, and you would learn a lot more in that sort of fight than just knocking someone out in the first, minute or so, which I was sort of on the way to doing. I put him down in the first minute or so, and I'm happy he stayed up because it was good to get the 4 rounds in. Just enjoy the whole night.
hmm And now you've got your second fight at the Copper Box on the Liam Williams v Shiraz card. Talk about it being on at the Copper Box and being on such a big undercard.
Oh, it's a fantastic opportunity. I mean, it's a privilege to be on that card. I'm very thankful for it. Some great fights on the card. I'm good mates with Hamza, so he's hopefully he'll get the win on the same night. Um, and yeah, like I say, it's just exciting to be on such a big platform in my second fight. There's not many that do that, so it's a privilege.
And before we get into your fight itself, what's your prediction for that main event?
The main event, to be honest, I'd say it's going to be a Hamza Shiraz knockout. I won't give a round. I think it'll be early, 4 rounds.
Yeah, he's an absolute monster, isn't he?
Hamza's a fantastic fighter, and yeah, there's a lot of power there. It's going to be a really great fight. Obviously Liam Williams is a decorated fighter as well, so it's exciting, and they're both powerhouses. So you want to not blink.
And it's stacked from all the way at the top and then all the way from the beginning of the show. It's just
Mhm.
absolute packed with upcoming prospects like yourself. And I think there's 3 or 4 title fights on the night, or 3, I think. But
Yeah,
yeah,
there's 3 Commonwealth title fights. Anthony Yardy is on the card, which is it's great to be on the same card as someone like him. So yeah.
is there like any nerves? Like new venue? Have you ever been to like fights at the Copper Box before, or?
Yeah, I've been there. I've watched fight. I've been to actually. I was prepping Hamza for a few of his fights before, and he's invited me, and they were at the Copper Box, so I've gone and watched, and I've been in and around it, so I know what to expect. No, I'm not nervous. I'm excited. So yeah.
Mm. I mean, you've got a very tough Polish fighter in Bartosz Glowacki, who's 7-13-1. And I do believe I've seen him fight. I think he fought George Davey back in May on at your call.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah,
So
he did. Yeah.
he does float
Uh,
around that super welter middle sort of weight, doesn't he?
yeah, he's around that way. Obviously, I've had a little look at what he can do. He wasn't my original opponent. My original opponent was someone that had won one fight and lost one fight. He had a 50-50 record, and I was
Mm.
just, he was my age as well, so that was going to be exciting. We couldn't get that off in the end, so he stepped in, and like I
Good that
say,
we good that you got
it's
a
a step up.
replacement.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, we knew he was going to get an opponent, and it's a step up. It will be great. He's obviously coming to win. He's won 7, as you said before. He's knocked out 5, so he's coming in there to do damage, and so will I. So it will be exciting.
We expect you to come out like a wrecking ball like you did last time, or?
We can definitely expect an explosive performance. God willing, a knockout.
Hmm. And how's camp been? I mean, if I imagine there's like a few weeks. How long until the fight? What, 2 weeks?
But it's 2.5 weeks away.
Oh yeah. So you're coming towards the end of camp. Has camp gone all good?
It's going really well. There's great new sparring partners. Obviously, this fella I'm fighting is a southpaw, so we've just started getting in southpaws. Since we found out who it was. And yeah, we've got some, it's funny enough, we've got some lads coming over from Poland on Friday for a week. So I'll finish up my camp with them. And yeah, it's going really well. The weight's great. I'm feeling fit. I'm feeling ready. I'm feeling strong. So it's just going great.
Hmm. Of course, he's coming on off like he won his last fight as well, so he'll be really up for this. And do you feel like it'll be like a bit of a statement if you stop him, because he's only been stopped the once, and that was to another Queensberry fighter in Ben Fayol, I believe.
Yeah, Ben Feller stopped him. I see that, and yeah, I mean, definitely, sort of a statement. It's early on in my career, so I wouldn't necessarily say it's a big statement, but it's and I'm just going there to enjoy it as well. I just say it's a step up, and you see a lot of fighters fighting them fight like opponents that have had 60 fights and won one or something, and it's just something saying, look, I'm here, I'm ready, I want to fight and learn and get to a stage where I can start pushing on. So I'm doing that straight away.
100%. And how many 4 rounders do you wanna? I think I asked you this before, but I can't remember. How many four
Mm.
rounders are you trying to have before you eventually push on to maybe a 6 rounder?
One more. Hopefully, I'll be on 6 rounds next. To be honest, I'd take 6 rounds now, but you know, you get slowed down by your management, and which is good. They look after you, and yeah, we're gonna do a 4 rounder again. God willing, the next one will be 6, and we'll just stay at that for a little bit and get used to it, and then push up to 8.
Hmm. How many fights how? Let me rephrase it. How many fights are you going for this year?
I'd say 5. That's my aim. So I'm looking to be 6-0. Yeah, so that's my plan.
Hmm. Um,
Yeah.
how do you do with ticket sales? And have you still got some left? And if so, what are the prices?
Yeah, so the tickets, obviously is a great venue, great card. They're £55 for the standard tickets, like far away, and then I think it's 75, 100, 150 for ringside, and then there's hospitality tickets. I've done over 100, sold them, but yeah, I think I've got a few more left to sell. But you always sell the most in the next sort of week or so when everyone's sort of, it's hard for people. I appreciate everyone coming to support me. And right now, obviously, Christmas has just happened. It's the new year. People haven't been paid and whatnot. So it's tough. So, we'll see you next week.
Mm-hmm. Is it like what do you know about your opponent?
I've only watched a little bit of him. I know he's a southpaw, as I say, and that's it, to be honest. I've not studied him too much. I'm going to leave that to my team, to my trainers, and just focus on myself. It's more important to focus on what I'm doing than what he's doing.
So do you feel like he'll be your hardest opponent to date, or?
As a professional, yeah, probably. I mean, obviously, he's got a better record than my last opponent, but both of them were experienced fighters. Obviously, as an amateur as well, if you take that into consideration, then no. I've boxed all over the world, and I've boxed some of the top boxers in the world as amateurs. So, it's not going to be anything new to me.
Mm-hmm. Is this the first time you fought a southpaw?
No, as an amateur, I boxed loads and loads of southpaws. I think I boxed 7 southpaws in my first 10 fights. I boxed loads of southpaws, so it's nothing new to me. And to be honest, I'm looking forward to it because I'm expecting him to throw a little bit more, which will help me. Land my shots, exploit that sort of thing, and it's a southpaw, so I like southpaws.
Do you feel like you'll get the stoppage, or the usual saying, if it's there, it's just a bonus, really?
Yeah, if it's there, it's a bonus. I do. Look, I'm powerful, and I'm looking for a stoppage. I'm always going to be looking for a stoppage, and like I say, if it comes, as you say, it's the cherry on the cake.
Do you feel like last fight that you rushed it a bit when like you knocked him down for the second time? Were you then like when he got back up from the second time, were you like going for the kill? And do you feel?
Yeah, I definitely rushed it. We've slowed some things down. My trainers, we've spoke about that and what to do next time. And I definitely rushed it. I need to be a bit more patient and just pick the shots. I probably rushed it a little bit. He was grabbing and holding, and the bell went, and I just thought, okay. And then from that moment onwards, he was in there to survive, and he had his hands up, and he was just on the move. And it's hard to stop someone that isn't engaging.
Mm.
Yeah.
Um, have I asked you what can fans expect? Oh, you have. Do you feel like you're gonna steal the show?
Look, it's a big show to steal. I'm Look, I'll be very thankful for an explosive knockout, something that can get people watching. So that's what I'm definitely going there to do. But as you say, steal the show. Look, there's some fantastic fights on that card, and I don't think you can necessarily just steal the show unless you're in one of them fantastic fights. So I'll be definitely stealing shows, but maybe in a few more fights when I'm fighting better opponents. Not necessarily better opponents, but
Mm.
lads that have got that sort of maybe for a title and whatnot.
Unless you get a 10-second knockout, that'll be good.
Yeah, well, if I walk out and knock him out with the first shot, then yes, I'll definitely be stealing the show.
Um, of course, when you get to fight week, of course, there's going to be like press conferences. Do you like those sorts of things, like the whole media attention and stuff?
I love media attention. I'm definitely built for being on the platform like this one. I'm definitely built for all the interviews and things like that, even interviews with someone like yourself. So I thank you for being on it. And yeah, I'm excited. I want to be there. I want to just get my face out there, tell people who I am, and hopefully people like me.
They will, mate. They will.
Thanks, mate.
How would you describe your like fighting style if this is gonna for anyone who's gonna be watching you for the first time in 2 weeks? How would you
Mm.
describe your like style sort of thing?
Yeah, I'd say I'm quite relentless. I hit quite hard. I hit very hard. So I'll just be, doing me. I can adapt. So obviously I can go backwards, I can go forwards, whatever's in front of me. So but I'm a big, strong middleweight, and I will be pushing forward and looking to hurt someone. That's what I always am in there to do.
Mm-hmm. And before I let you go, is there anyone you want to thank, whether that's managers, sponsors, fans, just anybody in general?
Yeah, definitely. I want to thank all my sponsors. I want to thank everyone that's come in, and obviously everyone that will be tuning in from Luton. My management team and Frank Warren and Queensbury, and then obviously thank you to yourself as well for having me on.
Thank you for your time, mate, and good luck.
Bro.
Good luck with the fight.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.